Well, Albo, it's a good thing you've just gone and seen the Pope, mate, because this is a formal request federally, the entire government, the entire country wide, for men that have killed themselves under this VRO nonsense to be published in every paper on the front page in the next week. You've created a cult, mate, and there's no end to it. There is no logic. Just a cult, just a kill men cult. And that's what you're that's what you are saying that you're the Prime Minister of. So I'm glad that you went to the Pope. I hope that he that he heard my message and has well and truly put you behind bars. Because that's what you've done. There isn't a shadow of doubt in my mind that you, the family court, the lawyers that have scavenged off Australian families. How on earth can we have lawyers that do not have children adjudicating this, and then judges as well? If you're a judge and you've put a man behind bars or restricted his access to his children, you don't have children under this cult, you'd seriously want to think about leaving the country. Because every single scrap of this is coming out, published in some way or in every way. I don't know yet. I don't know who's actually still got balls in this country to actually tell the truth about what's going on. I don't have a problem with women's rights. I have a problem with women's equality. I have a problem with this type of nonsense, this type of experimentation with an entire country, concocted more than likely on the floor of some public housing estate. It doesn't work. Your socialist attack has attacked everyone and left the entire country in the hands of people that are not acting in any interest. The only interest that I'm seeing in my personal case is the interest in me not being alive. That is what this system is protecting. With the only escape is me being in absolute servitude to exactly every condition labelled at any time that can be changed at any time. That's not a country. So tell me right now, is Australia going to fess up to what it's doing, or am I going to leave the country and publish it from elsewhere? Because one of those two things is happening, and both of them are going to be shocking for Australia, whose Prime Minister is currently not here, whose oath that he swore yet to see his actual swearing in. So I don't know whether he's the Prime Minister or not. I watched every other step the Governor-General did, right up to the point where Albo was supposed to be sworn in as the Prime Minister, and then I failed to see that. So I guess that he's not the Prime Minister. My guess is that he is in the Vatican, and he's probably held prisoner because he has done so much damage to one country in so little amount of time that you would not believe it. This has happened countless times before, but you don't know. No one knows because we weren't taught. We were taught that the government knows everything and that they're always right and they will do whatever you need if you're a woman, and that's what you've built. And it was misused. In my case, unbearably, it was unbearable. Every bit of it was unbearable. But at least I somehow had the capacity to somehow maintain that. How many people are dead? How many fathers are dead? How many children out there now don't have fathers because of this nonsense? In one capacity or another. How much destruction has this caused? When in my example, I'm saying there is no logic. There is nothing. There is an attempt to take my life without the guts of actually doing it. Outsourced manslaughter. Outsourced attempted murder. On a national scale. At least the Nazis had the balls to wear uniforms and do it under a collective known strategy. This implantation is the most disgusting thing I've ever read about or seen. And as soon as it is properly understood and properly published, and even this, I don't even know whether we should properly publish this, but it needs to be addressed. Otherwise, Australia's going to be at war with the rest of the world. Australia's going to be at war with every major religion that there is. The minute you let a Prime Minister swear an oath to allegiance on nothing, on a country that was built on something, yeah, I'd say that the powers that be, the people that know enough, have put an end to that. And I guess we're now trying to figure out a story that we can tell everyone that kind of settles this storm. And I guess I'll ask now, it's like, why is all of this continuously just left to me with observation? It's like, why are we at that point where we are so destabilized that we need to re-emerge from nothing? And in that case, then I'll just continue talking. I'll continue being here. Once enough people realise what has happened, every single other source will be made obsolete, and then people will scramble to find anyone that's talking. That's why people like Abby Chatfield, I might be a little bit against her, but then I might say, listen, Abby, you've got to really step up into this moment because you're there. You're there for a reason. I don't agree with everything, but you've got the ability and you've got the potential to hold this weight on your shoulders, but you need to really understand the whole picture. I don't know the appropriate level that we need to get this picture, but we're slowly letting it out. As a logical, person, methodical, responsible individual, there is no way, and trust me, this is coming from, I've been raised by someone in this, that it's not an ailment, I don't think. It's very hard to talk about without going down a hole that it will end up, making it seem like I'm in the wrong place. But without logic, without reason, we have nothing. Like, there's no, I can go around this argument I'm receiving and just get to the point where it's like, yeah, you're trying to kill me. Or you're just kind of praying and sending paperwork here and there and wishing and hoping that I'm dead. And mainly the strongest thing is it's actually like it's doing anything to not do anything that I'm suggesting. And that's the reason why I left. It's like, because a lot of people say, if Trump gets elected, I'm going to leave. It's like, if Australia doesn't stop killing its men and its fathers for this cult, I'm not just going to leave, I'm going to come back with tanks and submarines and ships and men and armies, and I'm going to liberate the people that are trapped by this cult with unbelievable force. There is no way this is continuing here. I'm not watching an entire country self-destruct. So I need some answers. I need, is this the high watermark of this atheist cult? Or the low watermark, you know what I mean? Of this cult, atheist flood? Are we ready to come back to reason? Are we ready to realise that, hey, we don't need to reinvent the wheel? We already had things that did this, that kept an eye on this, and they've learnt a lot, and they're a lot more gentle than they used to be. They're definitely a million times more gentle than you. Are we ready for that yet? Are we ready for a unified monotheistic religion ensemble to kind of just gently step in and be like, it's okay. We know what's gone wrong. We've been telling you the whole time, and we're ready to just help out. Like, just open the doors of the churches, open the doors of the mosques, open the doors of the lodges, open the doors of the temples, open the doors of the, I'm forgetting what the Jews call their place. They call it, I'm so sorry. That's how little of a Jew I am. I can't even remember what they're called. It's called I can't remember. But this is a failure of epic proportions. It is only described as communism. It's communism from a ultra-urban perspective, which has never been done. And it is terrifying. It is terrifying. And it is especially terrifying in Western Australia when we are surrounded by land. We are surrounded by degraded farmland that doesn't make any money. And it is unused, it is being poorly used, it is being used to perpetuate this across the entire world. And there has never been anything that I've read about or that comes anywhere near how actually disgusting and broken this entire thing is. And it's like, if Albanese, if you're going to raise an alcoholic, undereducated, like aggressive, violent person to the same level as someone who's just spent 4 years preparing themselves to make this argument, then yeah, I'm going to leave and I'm going to come back with tanks. Not for that individual, to get rid of you, to get rid of everyone who's piping that out of every TV channel, every radio station, it's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. To no end, just for victory. Victory, statistical victory. A statistical projection of territory held under some type of conception that you're in charge. That is all you are playing. A statistical game of demographic hoarding with no runway left, nothing left, just cannibalism. Whether it's financial cannibalism, whether it's anything, that's where you are, cannibalism. To be honest, we've already been in it. And the worst bit is for nothing, for absolutely nothing. Mark my words, I guarantee you, if we survive this, if we get out of this, in 10 years, we will look back at this with such disgust when we realise that our culture turned into a cannibalistic culture that was fighting over numbers on a screen. Killing, murdering, torturing, raping, destroying, abusing, every word, every negative word done for numbers on a screen in a reality that was about to implode, whilst we're surrounded by potential. Honestly. Maybe Pope Leo heard my idea about putting Roger Cook in the zoo as the most dangerous animal, and he thought, yeah, Rome needs it. Rome needs one of them. We used to have gladiators. We used to have all these things. We have lions and tigers. We've got your prime minister in a cage, and that's why when everyone comes to Rome now, they're going to see the most dangerous animal in the world at the Vatican exhibit, an atheist prime minister of a recently colonized continent. Oh yeah. Yep. The Wizard of Oz himself, with his own little Toto dog. Crazy, crazy times.